These are your readings from the waist up. I'm Megan Benanti. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Okay, just in case you don't know, I will never contact you for a reading. So in case there's any weird spoofers out there, to book with me, you just go on my website and tarotdallas.com and book with me. It's clean and simple, and I will never ask you for money. So I don't want anybody getting scammed. I literally had it happen to me once, and I was so disappointed because I thought that the girl was really icky, and she's actually probably a great person, and I just had a bad experience that had nothing to do with her. Okay, first charm, skull and crossbones, if that speaks to you. Also, if you want other readings, I am on Instagram and do those on Friday as well. Oh, I love this. We have a paintbrush. Yay! Digging deep. And I've been doing a lot of painting recently, which is fun. And we have the pickup truck. I love an old beater pickup truck. Okay, so skull and crossbones with hearts for eyes. We have the paintbrush and we have the pickup truck. And I know that you guys have had the Jolly Roger before. That's the skull and crossbones. So, okay, let's start with that one. Let's see what we have here. Okay, well, all right, skull and crossbones people. You've got the moon in reverse. So where are you going right now? What are you focused on? It's okay. What you need to know is right now that you don't have to have all the answers. The moon gives us the blessing of uncertainty because it's always changing. And really all of life, it just doesn't come with certainty. You know, when people ask me, will I ever find love? You know, if you want it, we will always seek out what it is we want, positive or negative. We base ourselves a lot of times on routines and patterns. So looking at this for you, where you're headed, it's unclear right now. There is a little bit of angst that's triggering up for you. And, you know, we think about the Jolly Roger, that's the pirate flag. So maybe some challenging feelings around this. But the moon will reveal where you need to go when the time comes. It's always changing in the sky. And so I want you to just be present. Don't worry about the future right now. Be present. Honor these uncomfortable feelings. Explore them a little bit. Maybe journal around them. There's a lot coming up for you that needs to be looked at. And you're wanting to fix it by planning the future. But that's actually not going to fix it right now. You just have to own some of the discomfort, okay? And I see there's literally a focus on self-reflection as there is a woman in the moon here rather than a man in the moon. So just own that energy and pay attention to it. Okay, school, work life. Lots of good learning here, stepping into some new energy. This looks really positive, creative, dynamic, something you can sink your teeth into and get excited about. I just see you taking this on with enthusiasm. And the energy for this is strong, and it does feel like it's something that can carry you forward for the long term. So super, super excited about that. Love that. Okay, now personal life is interesting because there's definitely a sense of you not wanting to do the things you've got to do at home. So if you are living with family members that might be challenging you, that you have to clean up after, there is some resistance to that. Maybe you don't even want to clean up after yourself, or you have pets that are being messy. You know, if you have a cat, you got to clean the litter box. If you have a dog, you got to pick up the poop. So, you know, there's always something to be done. And I feel like you're just like, oh, these people are getting on my nerves. They're frustrating me. And there's always chores. And okay, take an attitude adjustment. It's funny with chores. Like, if you go to a place like Japan, nothing's dirty. It is the cleanest city in the entire world. Even the garbage trucks are spotless. And I actually had the joy of going there once, and I was just blown away. There is no gum on the cement except where American tourists go. We litter like crazy. It's so gross. So, but the point is, they do their chores. They take pride in everything they do. Cleanliness is something to be proud of. And rather than looking at these chores as being something that's being put on you, look at it as an opportunity to take pride in your hard work. I was like that as a kid. I didn't want to have to do all these things. I did learn later in life to work hard and take pride in what I do. But it took me a long time to learn to work hard. And so it's not like you've missed the opportunity to learn the lesson. But the sooner you learn it, the more you can enjoy your life. And I think that's what I really want you to get here is, not everything in life is fun. But if we can learn to make the best of what we are doing, then our time here is so much more well spent. You really think about fun time, we covet that time, whether it's recess at school or break time at work or getting off of work, having the weekends, we covet the time where we get to have joy and experience playtime and freedom. Know that Christmas is coming. You'll have that day, you'll have the week after. Take your time to have some joy and pride in what you're doing now. Okay, now moving into next week, so much better for you. You've got justice, you're finding a sense of balance, and I really see you growing in your understanding of self. So there is a sense of commitment and literally raising your standards. We think about a sword in that time period. It was probably 15 to 20 pounds to hold a sword up. So think about her level of strength and the pride in what she's doing by holding the scales and balancing the sword upright. I really think you can own this and get into a better sense of self-confidence and also feel just more in balance, more happy, a better sense of feeling good about yourself. So love this energy that you're ending with. It was really just a kind of a learning lesson for you this week. So that's all good. We like that. Okay, let us take a look at our painting people and we'll see what we have for you guys. The paintbrush. And this is kind of a workman's paintbrush, so maybe you're painting walls, but I know some artists that, including myself, sometimes you need a big brush to cover a big canvas or a big stroke. So, okay. Ooh. All right, well, let's see what we've got here. So starting out, I've got Princess of Wands. She is in reverse, so she just popped up again, but this time with a different energy. And I feel like you're not necessarily enjoying what it is that you need to navigate right now. There's a sense of you need to learn some new skills, and there's frustration around that. You're holding on to the old way a little bit too tightly. I know that sounds weird, but the way you used to do things or the way things were done, and you just need to let that go. There are new ways of doing things, and for whatever reason, it will be better. Literally what's coming to my brain is like someone my age and navigating ChatGPT, which is really easy. But, for me, things with technology that I want to clam up. I'm like, oh, I don't want to learn it. But so there's a little bit of focus on that for you here. If you have children, there might also be a child that you are concerned about that is struggling in school or with extracurricular. They kind of need a creative outlet, though. They need to burn energy. And so if the punishment for them is to take away their extracurricular, I don't know that that is going to be successful. It might be better to take away, sleepovers or play dates or something like that, because they do need an outlet to burn energy for sure. Okay, work, school life. You've got Seven of Pentacles. Good for you. Getting the job done. This also lets me know that everything that you have been working towards will eventually pay off. Like, you've invested in yourself and in your hard work to be successful, and that is, you're working towards it. So that'll bear fruit for you. And even the idea of the paintbrush, this is a working tool. And so you've been functional and disciplined and walk the line, and that will begin to play out in good ways. So that energy looks excellent. Now your personal life, there's definitely honoring a kind of closure here. And we are looking at the Ten of Swords, which is a man with 10 swords stabbed in his back. Not a good feeling, right? But this is actually the least of the 3 cards that represent a heavy closure, followed by a new beginning. What I want you to see is the dawn in the background is the new beginning for you. Sorry, I'm trying to get out of the glare. And that's right around the corner. So honor what needed to come to an end. There's less pressure with 10 of Swords than when we move into Death, or even more pressure when we move into Tower. So this is the first energy of that. And, ooh, you need to be done. And I do feel like some of this, for some people, someone listening, this is a holiday project, but for others, this might also be about a relationship. And you can't do anything about this anymore. So just accept the end and not punish yourself for it. Because I do feel like this is when you finally get to go, oh, okay, it's done. All right. So now you have this paintbrush and you begin to paint a new life for yourself in your own mind. And this looks really significant and powerful, and I want you to just embrace it with goodness, okay? Moving into next week, you've got 7 of Wands in reverse, so it's gonna get a little bit crazy for you, a little more chaotic. There's a push to stay on top of it all, but it's all coming at you at once. And do the best you can. I always think of it as like the game at where the hippos come up and you have the mallet and you knock them down. So that's what this is feeling like, is that you're going to miss a few here and there, and that's going to be okay. So just do the best you can. It's going to be a little crazy, but at the end of the day, it's a moment of time. It's not that big of a deal kind of energy. I just want you to manage what you can, and if you drop a few balls along the way, pick them up. It's okay. Life happens. All right, so let's take a look at those truck people. I appreciate everybody who's been listening so far. Thank you. And we'll see what we have here for the pickup. All right, pickup people, who are you picking up this week? I am a pickup truck girl. I have traditionally had pickup trucks. I am currently driving a Bronco, but I do love my trucks. Okay, so, wow. Whoo. You got like big stuff here going on. So no wonder you needed a truck, because you got to haul some stuff off. So first off, you are starting strong with the Tower energy. And this has been a long time coming. So I know things might feel kind of difficult around this closure right now, things falling apart, but this needed to fall apart. This wasn't structurally stable. So there's an ending that needed to happen. And I feel like the pickup truck is there to take you away from this and to bring you comfort, or it's your getaway car so you can get out as fast as possible and get yourself to safety. Needing to let go, divine intervention is very much part of this. And so sometimes we do need, God to help us out of a situation. And I just feel like you're owning that and you're transitioning into the next phase of your life. You've got a really strong leader in your work, school environment. We've got Queen of Wands. So she's creative, she's dynamic, but she is an inspiration. And she's the muse in the deck. So I feel like this is to help you be inspired to move into a new direction. She seems really supportive of you in your growth environment. This might also be your energy and how you radiate out to others. So if you're an adult female or I would say an adult female or identify as adult female, This might be how you radiate yourself out in the world to inspire others and encourage them. If you're male, you've got a really good female here. She is there to help you on your journey and make progress. I will say this one, she looks a little bitchy, but you know, sometimes people are. It doesn't make them bad people. They just might not convey very positively all the time. But she is a positive force overall for you. Personal life. It's very much focused on family. For me, this is traditionally the siblings card, but I do find it brings in the whole family. And in this particular image too, we have the father up in the background. So, you know, there's been more family focus, a sense of how we navigate and get along with others. And for someone, your dad might be away. I feel like he's coming in, but he's not present at the moment, but he'll be there in time. So I hope that makes sense for you. There is a focus on food. So lots of yummy stuff coming around you. And I don't feel like you're the cook, but I feel like other people are cooking. And so there's goodies and treats and things that you like to eat. I would be careful. There is a bit of an overindulgence in sweets. So tummy aches and cavities, particularly around cavities, like tooth decay is coming up here. So I just want you to be conscientious to stay on top of your brushing and limit that sugar intake, because it feels like it's too much, like it's not good for you kind of thing. So just be aware. There are plenty of vegetables around you. Don't avoid them. I feel like you're avoiding them. Okay. And then moving into next week, love this. Strong sense of balance. We just had this for someone else, but just reappeared. And you're moving into a good place. I do see you becoming more stable. There's actually a little bit of a sense of focusing on weight loss. So if you overdid it this week, maybe next week you're going to be trying to skinny down a little bit. There is very much a focus on your body though, and how it feels, and that being really significant. So just honor that energy. You seem to be really good and in the present moment. And I know that you're kind of thinking a little bit about next year and what the future is going to bring you, but I can also see that, you know, it's not time to figure out all that yet. And so you're focused on the now and the sense of being in harmony, balancing your energy out, feeling more stable. And it's like, okay, I'll get to next year as soon as I can, but it's not in this moment. And I love that. So, you know, despite the difficulty of the tower energy and whatever is changing or ending for you, I really see so much goodness in where you're headed. So lots of positivity. You're driving the truck. I don't know if you're playing by the rules or not playing by the rules when you're driving that truck, if you're going off grid, but whatever you're doing, it's going to work for you to get to where you want to go in the long run. So, all right, that is it for this week. I thank you all for listening, and I will see you guys next Friday.